This is the tutorial for 5th grade, lesson number 4, Hello World. It is relatively long, so this will probably take 3 parts. Let's go ahead and begin with puzzle number 1, which is a video, and we're going to watch it. I'll make sure the sound isn't too loud if you're wearing headphones.
Hi, my name is Erin, and I'm a software engineer here at Code.org. I'm so excited because I got to work on the tutorial that you're about to do. We call it Hello World. Hello World is a famous phrase in computer science, and displaying that phrase is a common first step in learning computer science. Over the next hour, you're going to get started with computer science by programming in SpriteLab. SpriteLab is a tool you can use to build imaginative and fun projects. You'll see that your screen is split into 3 main parts. On the left is the play space. This is where your sprites will show up. Sprites are objects on the screen that you can interact with, like a character or item in a story or game. This middle area is the toolbox. New blocks of code will become available in this space as you go through the lesson. The space on the right is the workspace. You can drag blocks out of the toolbox and into the workspace to build your program. The instructions for each level will be up here at the top of the screen. If you want a hint, click on the light bulb. To start off, let's make a sprite. This block lets you give your sprite a costume and a location. Costume is the word we use to describe a sprite's appearance. To change the sprite's location, you can click the pin icon in the location block. And then, click where you want it to go. Now, let's have the sprite introduce itself. To make the sprite say something, use this say block and add it to your program. Make sure that the costume selected in your say block matches the costume in your sprite. When you press run, the sprite will say whatever text you tell it to. Now it's time to get started with SpriteLab and see where your imagination leads you.
Okay, so let's go ahead and practice these skills. But before you move on, please go to the puzzle with the video and click continue. That will turn the puzzle green, and you also move you on to the next puzzle. Here's puzzle 2. The instructions say, "Hello world, I'm a sprite. Use the say block to make me say whatever you like." Number 1, first bullet, drag a make new sprite block into the workspace and connect it under when run. So that's the first thing to do. Grab the make new sprite block and connect it to when run. And as soon as you do that, the character shows up in the screen. Second bullet says connect a say block to under the make new sprite block. So here's the say block. We're going to connect it under that sprite that we just added, but nothing shows up here until we click the word run. Third bullet says make sure to select the same costume in each block of code. Please notice that both of these are the slice of pizza, but if one of them was something different, then the other one would also have to change. This type of program only works if both of those costumes are the same. And then when you're ready, you can click run. And as soon as I clicked run, those words did show up above the sprite. When you are ready, go ahead and click continue. All right, so the first thing that I want you to know is that you have this little icon right here that looks like an infinity symbol with an arrow inside of it. And all this means is that anything that we do here, whatever we change, will come with us when we go to the next puzzle. That's all it means. So right now, you notice that there are 2 different sprites. We have a head of broccoli and a carrot. But in the program, you can see that they're located one on top of the other. In the instructions, it says give each sprite a different location. Click the pin on the location block to move sprites to different locations. Press run when you are finished. Here's what this means. Here are the little pins that they're talking about. If you would like to pick a different location for your sprites, you click on that, come into the screen, and you get to decide where in the screen your character will show up. That's how you do that. Go ahead and click run. You don't have to change both of them if you don't want to, but I'm thinking that that's what they are requiring. And when you are ready, go ahead and click continue. So please remember that you are able to choose where on the screen your sprite shows up. Here is puzzle number 4. And remember, what we did a moment ago has come with us. The instructions here say, let's chat. Make your 2 sprites each say something. First bullet says add code to make each sprite say something. The next bullet says press run when you are finished. Extra challenge, set a background. We're going to do all those things. So we're going to go ahead and add this block. Please notice that right now it is the head of broccoli. So if I add it and it has the words hello carrot, then when I click run, those words will show up above the broccoli like this. But nothing showed up above the carrot, so we have to add that now. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to add a second block, but this one still has the head of broccoli. Let's change that so that it's the carrot, which is our second sprite. And we can change what it says here. You can actually type in whatever you'd like what's up. This time, if I click run, both of those statements will show up above their heads like this. I'm going to keep playing because they also said we could change our background. So I'm going to add the background. The nice thing about the background button is that you could add it anywhere in your program. For example, I could put it there, or I could put it at the very beginning of the program, change the picture. All right. You can do that however you'd like. When you're ready, click continue. Next puzzle, puzzle number 5, will be the last one for this tutorial. And everything that we've done is now gone because this is a different set of puzzles. So you have brand new information here. The instructions say, what's different here? Can you make these sprites talk? First bullet, read the code. What do you notice? Second bullet, click the run button. Third bullet, click or tap the sprites. So I see the say blocks right here for the cupcake to say sweet. And I see the say block down here for the ice cream cone to say cool. However, there is something different. It's these green blocks. And if I click run, those words do not show up until we go and click on our characters. In fact, you see the little hands right there are telling us that we need to go click on the characters and then the words will show up. Let's try it. Click run, tap the cupcake, and then tap the ice cream cone. And that is what made the words show up. That's how those event blocks work. They are programs, but they are programs with specific parameters. They will not work until you do something that they ask. In this case, it says when cupcake clicked or when ice cream cone clicked. This is the last puzzle for this tutorial. You do not have to click keep playing, and you do not have to click continue. You are welcome to close